Hey everyone, TNT here, and today we're playing SkyFactory 1 again. So it's been a while, been a little bit. I think it's been about 2 weeks since I recorded my last episode, and mainly just driven by vacation and work, really. I took a week off, went down to visit the family, so that was really fun. Did that during last week, and then this week I had extra work obligations, and then with Thanksgiving, the American holiday here, had some time off for that, so finally refreshed and back to record again. So I did a lot between episodes. Probably can't tell from looking around. Everything looks kind of the same, except for if we hold shift here. Boom. I started working on storage. So made this massive drawer wall down here. And I actually have some more stuff down here I'll show y'all. But yeah, just kind of started off, here's those compacting drawers I was talking about. So all of our iron and everything is going into here. We have the drawer controller here. Now, one thing I kind of goofed up. So I wanted to make this into like an octagon, which I guess I kind of did, though these sides aren't even. But one thing that I kind of messed up on is this drawer controller can only reach 12 blocks. So it can only reach 12 blocks to drawers like on the other side, and to like connect them to a system. And I had these spaced out, so I had this going, I had 3, then 2, then 1 by it, then these 2 all the way around. I had to move all these ones that are 3 up by 1, so now they're 5 in a row instead of being 3 and then 1. So I had to move them a little bit closer together. So something to keep in mind if you do like a massive drawer wall, make sure that this drawer controller here is within 12 blocks of your other drawers, otherwise it won't reach. I was doing a test, I was letting the system fill a bone meal, and I locked every single one of these, except for some of these over here, seeing what would fill a bone meal, and yeah, it only got to like right here, and wouldn't fill up any of these. Same on this side, it only got to about right here, and then wouldn't fill these either, so something to keep in mind there. But yeah, I got a little bit of my storage going. Some of the stuff I had to upgrade quite a bit, like bone meal, for example, just coming like crazy. I actually had to put a void upgrade on that. And so let's see if it'll let me see upgrades. Thank you. Oh, no, don't want to do that. Can't remember how you actually access. Oh, no, don't want to do that either. No, that's locked in there. So I locked all these too. So yeah. What was that? Oh, they changed the way this looks. That's interesting. So I did update to the 1.03 of the mod pack. I fixed a few different things, but it looks like I actually changed the graphic for this as well. Cyclic must have had an update. This used to actually look like a ring, and now it looks like a actual charm, I guess. So let's see here. Oh, that's right. You have to have nothing in your hand. So I had that sword in my hand. That's why it wouldn't let me do it. So if you maybe it's, yeah. Shift click, right click, then you can see I got an void upgrade, which destroys excess items, and then a storage upgrade. So once this hits its max, anything else that comes in here is going to get automatically voided off, because I don't really need a ton of bone meal. So that's kind of why I did that there. I won't let you put that in there. Okay. Put that back in the system. And once I get, I think I have my, I don't have it in here. Once I get my lock, though, I could relock that. And then down here, just made like a mob farm, kind of, I guess you could say. I don't know if that's the appropriate term for what this is, but I needed bats. And you can see there's some bats in there. But yeah, I needed bats, so I made this to try to get bats. You can see there's a ton of mobs in there. Oh, yep. I figured that was going to happen. And this is a good thing for farming hats. If you're trying to get hats. See, like, that guy's going to probably blow up again. Try to get him out of here. There we go. Yeah, I need to use hats. Like, these guys have had to come in here, kill them, and get a bunch of hats. I've had a ton so far. And then just been really farming bats. So, coming in here, trying to kill them. The reason for that is I started getting started on Forcecraft. Where you at? And for Forcecraft, I'll show y'all, but oh, this got a chicken hat. Another hat. So yeah, you get tons of hats from this. I think they blew a hole in this, so I need to get some more stone to fix that up, but I'm going to probably forget about this, and later I'll come back and it'll be a massive hole in my mobs everywhere. So anyway, but yeah, I made this elevator go all the way down, so it goes there, and then all the way up to the top. We're going to go and sleep here. Yeah, so I got started with Forcecraft, and in order to get started with Forcecraft, you need to make this infuser here. Oh, I got to turn off my magnet. So this infuser is kind of what you need to get started with Forcecraft. And I had the recipe for that before. You can see if we go to it here, it's just an enchanting table and a force rod. Force rod's pretty easy, just ingot, force stick, force nugget. And so that gives you the actual table, and then you get your force rod here. You can actually use this multiple times. And then you also need this upgrade tome. And so if you look at that, recipe is just a force rod in a book. So that's pretty easy. I already had leather, so it wasn't too bad. And actually, so once you do different enchants with this, you can upgrade different weapons and things like that. So you're seeing this force sword I have here has knockback too. If you go to the help here and you look at the infuser, you can see what the different things do. With this claw, it says dropped by bats. It can be used to make weapons do extra damage. And I had to get a few of those because this tier 1 upgrades, it says you need the claw, and you need a force nugget to do the knockback. So you can see there, I did it. Now the weird thing is like, let's say I have the sword. You have to have an actual like empty sword, because I believe if I put this in here and the wing, yeah, it won't let me actually enchant that because it's already been infused with something. So it's kind of interesting. You actually have to infuse it a separate sword, and then you have to come over here and like combine them with an anvil, and that's what I did over here. Made like a little anvil. That's easy to make, just vanilla recipe there. We can see here if we can actually make another force rod sword. All right, so now we can make ourselves a force sword. And with this, we should be able to enchant this with a wing, and you can see one claw there. Start infusion. Now it does need power, and it also needs this liquid force. Liquid force, you just put these force gems up here. It'll give you liquid force, and then you need RF. I just connected it to here. You can use multiple different things. This is just the easiest for me. Once you have that in there, you start infusion. It'll be done. And there, now I have sharpness 1 on that sword. Now, like I said, if I put that in here and try to add another claw, it doesn't actually work. It won't let you actually infuse that. So you could get multiple swords, combine them together. Those force units aren't too bad, I suppose. And to get sharpness 2 if you wanted. Your recipe again on this. Need ingots. Can make those. I have plenty of gold, or plenty of iron, so it's not a big deal. But it's just kind of wasteful in the resources. I wish there was another way, and there might be. If you guys know, you can let me know in the comments. Let's see, that's my other sword. So now I can combine those. And you can see this one's a tier 1 as well. So once you do those upgrades, it actually upgrades it to tier 1. You can see right there I got tier 1 by doing that. And then if I do recipes on this, I'm sorry, not recipes, question mark help on that, you'll see we actually unlocked tier 1 infusion. So now we have heat. And you have on force tools, it smelts any block it's mined. Force armor increases force push damage. You have speed, which that's gonna be awesome on armor, so I might have to do that. And then lumberjack, which I think this infusion breaks every wooden block and a vertical pillar instantly using twice the durability. So I need to do those infusions to move up from there. So that's kind of how the force craft works. Just some multiple crafting, and then like I said, once you're got 2 of these, you put them together, you get sharpness 2. I could do that again with 2 sharpness 2s, get sharpness 3, so on and so forth. Let's see. So something else I did was I made a really nice pickaxe, and so you can see there it has Dwarven 1, Hastier, Luckier, Maintain, Piercing 1. A lot of different things on it, and it's pretty nice. So I got bronze pickaxe head, a cobbler, 2-handle, wooden tool binding, just a bunch of different things. So I'm actually going to make an axe. So I'm going to probably get the things for an axe, and then I'll show you how to do that. And it's probably going to be the same as far as I know, because usually tools are about the same with stuff. But yeah, I got mining level, I think, what is this? Diamond level, which is pretty nice. And yeah, I think that's all pretty much I did. Oh, one thing else I made is this uncrafter. So basically you can take something, I don't have anything crafted in here. Basically anything you have crafted in your recipe or in your inventory, you can take it and uncraft it. So let's say, I don't know if there's anything that, okay, like this wooden hopper, well, for example. Come over here, I can put that inside here, and it's going to slowly uncraft that. And now I get a chest and my planks back. So that's pretty neat. If you make something that you're like, oh man, I didn't really need to make that, you come back and uncraft it back and then get your resources back. But so for today, what are we going to be doing? So I have some resources and things ready here. What I'd like to get into, you can kind of see here, is refined storage. These ender tanks, I'd love to have those too. But the problem with those is you actually need blaze rods, which we need to go to the Nether for. I have everything to go to Nether. I have these empty sacks of holding. Let's say you can transport spawners, and I'd love to get some blaze spawners. So that might be something we can do. Next thing you see, we got a cauldron. So you can actually make potions in a cauldron, which is really cool. You basically just need to put a fire underneath it, and then you can put your ingredients into here, and just the same as before, it'll make your recipe, and that's how I'm going to get this fire resistant potion. So we're going to set that up as well, and that's pretty easy. Set your cauldron down on top of a heat source. I'll probably use like a campfire or something like that, and then have that going. I'll clear this inventory and I'll be right back. All right, we're back and ready to make our axe here. So just looking at the book here, this encyclopedia of tinkers, you have a few different materials you can use. It tells you about all different tools. We're looking at tier 2 materials. You have tier 3 materials, copper. I think tier 3 is bronze. Yeah. So bronze is kind of what I want to go for my head. Reason being is that it's got the most durability, it's got the good mining level, and it also has a really good mining speed of 7. And maintain says mines faster when a higher durability. You see it's at 760, that's really good. And then for the handle, I wanted to go with where is it at? Copper. Because for the copper, you can see durability is down a little bit, but mining speed's plus 1.2. And Dwarven, the deeper you mine, it mines faster, which doesn't really matter too much. But yeah, I think this is what we're going to go for here. And then just a regular wooden binding. So I can start, I melted down some material, I got the bronze and the copper. So go ahead and start that off there. And I believe this is just one. We'll find out. Yeah. So now I have my copper tool handle and my bronze small axe head. We already have our axe inside here. So all we can do is just pop that in. I don't know if you can do both. Yeah, you can't do both at once. You gotta do one and then next. So pop that in there, then we'll pop that in there. And we've upgraded into a bronze and a copper tool. Now, one thing we can do is add modifiers to this. So you can see we have upgrades over here. Upgrades 3, abilities 1. So this thing can have 3 upgrades and 1 ability. Now this one over here, if I take this out and put my pickaxe in, you can see I only have upgrade left as 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to upgrade using redstone, and that gives you haste. And so the more I upgrade, or the more I put in there, the more it's going to upgrade it. So right now we have haste 1. And you can see upgrades go down to 2. Put that back in there and it's going to be hastier. And I want this thing to be super fast. So that's why I'm doing this. So I put that in there, yeah, upgrades 2. Okay, so if I put this in here, then it's going to be upgrade 1, but you're going to get hastier. Now what I want to do is if you put this with a written book, it actually gives you an extra upgrade slot. So now we have 2 upgrades again. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to do this again and try to make it hastiest, which there it is there. The fastest, so we'll take that. And this is actually faster than this is. I also had luck on this one, but I don't really think we need luck for this. But we're going to test out this bronze. It should be very, very fast at mining. Mining speed is 23.4. and I think it was like 7 before. So we're going to go ahead and grow a tree here. We're going to see how well this thing cuts it down. It's pretty good. So that's kind of getting into tinkers. You can do have swords, a lot of other things, just adding in these modifiers. And the book tells you all about it. The book does a really good job. You can see upgrades here, slot lists, abilities, all of your materials. So upgrades here. So bonus modifiers. Here's a few. Here, grants 1 plus ability slot, draconic. So you need a dragon head. So it gives you an extra ability slot, but you got to find a dragon head. So horrendous. So if you got a music disc, you get 1 upgrade slot. That's pretty good. A player head gives you 1 upgrade slot. So this is the one I used. It's writable, so that I used that book, and that gave us a single upgrade slot. Resurrected. So this is pretty cool. You can actually, I think I had a creeper head. You can use that to give yourself 1 upgrade slot. So that's a little bit enough for tinkers. Again, make this book. You just make all these books combined to make that encyclopedia tinkering, and that'll give you everything you need. That's pretty cool there. Oh, we got some stuff here. Looks like this guy's not picking up it or anything. So now we'll kind of go on to the next step, which is looking at refined storage. And man, it's going to be super nice. So I got some of the stuff here for that. I'm gonna go ahead and drop off this redstone here, so I don't need it anymore. The cool thing about this drawers too is like if I right click on this, anything I can grow in the drawer is going to take from my inventory, so that's pretty nice. So we can do this. We're going to bring all this out and all this. Now I did just get stacks of different things like this silicone, which you need for a lot of it, nether quartz, this quartz enriched iron. A bunch of that I was looking at trying to measure everything, but it gets kind of complicated with what you need. So I just went ahead and just said, you know what, I'm just going to do a stack. Then I'll know that I have it. So looking at some of the stuff, so you need to get started, you need these 3 things. You need this drive, a crafting grid. You don't really need a crafting grid, but it's really nice because you can craft inside of it. And then you need a controller. So go ahead and we'll try to make the controller first here. And for that, you see we have everything, but we need this machine casing and we need this advanced processor. Machine casing, all that's going to be is just your quartz enriched iron, which all that is just 3 iron, 1 quartz gives you 4, which is pretty nice. Then you can go ahead and make a machine casing. Then with that, we can go ahead and we're going to make this advanced processor. Now you do actually need to smelt these up. So we're going to have to make a raw advanced processor. Just a diamond, processor binding, silicone, and redstone dust. To get silicone, that is just smelting nether quartz. To get the processor binding, you're going to combine slime and 2 string. So I used a slime ball and 2 string, got that. It gives you 8 of them, which is pretty nice. We're going to make one of these. We're going to go ahead and pop it in there. We're going to cook that down, and that should give us our advanced processor we need to make our controller. It's pretty easy. If you get the resources ahead of time, this makes it really, really not so bad. And this crafting is pretty easy too because it's just a few different things. So there's our controller. Now the disk drive's a little easy too. Right here we just need the same thing. So we need machine casing, and we're going to need, oh, where'd it go? Another one of these advanced processors. So we'll go ahead and make one of those. I think we need a few of these. So I'm going to go ahead and just hold off. Need another one here. So I'll make another one. And then for this one's kind of complicated. So you need improved processors, you need construction core, destruction core, and you need glass, which that won't be too bad. Another machine casing, we'll go ahead and make that. And then we'll make our improved processors. We need 2 of these. That's why I said I got plenty of gold, because I was just like trying to make sure I had enough for everything. Next thing we need a destruction core. And these we need basic processor, and that's just going to be iron. So we actually need 2 of these. Let's see, crafting grid. So we have these, we have that, we have our glass. So yeah, all we need to do is just smelt this down. Oh, you can see I got in the refined storage. All right, so we'll go ahead and smelt these down. We'll start with those 2, and then we'll go ahead and smelt the rest as well. And that'll get us onto starting our refined storage. Then we have to make these disk drives too. These aren't too bad from what I saw. I want the 16K because I'm going to have a lot of items. And I was like, man, if I start with a 1K, I'm just going to have to upgrade that later. 1K is really not a lot when you have multiple stacks. But for these, so the 16K storage disk, you need one of these. This isn't too bad. Just redstone, glass, quartz enriched iron. Or you can make the storage housing separate. You can see it just doesn't have that there. Or you can make it together. It doesn't really matter. And then you need the 16K storage part. So for that, you need 4 of these, 3 of these 4Ks. And then, again, some of those improved processors. But in order to make one of these, you need 3 of these and then some basic processors. So 3 of those, pretty easy there. But definitely kind of a pain to get started on all that. I'll probably just kind of show that, and then I'll make this thing off camera because it's a lot of just multiple crafting, nested crafting going on with that. As soon as those finish, that'll at least get it so we can make the crafting grid that needs all this. Yeah, so we're waiting for our destruction core and construction core. And that should be both of those. Go ahead and come in here. Make our construction core. And then we can go ahead and make our destruction core. And with that, make our grid and our crafting grid. Now, the last thing we need to make is the actual disk drive. So that's going to be right here, and there it is. Again, just advanced processor, quartz enriched iron, and there you go. So that's all you need to get started with. So there's all these upgrades here: refined storage, create a crafter, create a disk drive to be able to store your disk. Upgrade your grid to a crafting grid. Crafting ability in your grid. So I think I'm gonna end up putting this right here. But this is pretty nice. So we can go ahead and put that down. Oh, we don't want to put it there. Go ahead and put it here for now. Put our crafting grid on top. We can put our disk drive on the very top. And yeah, so there's the disk that you can have. There's your crafting grid. There's where you can craft everything. And the controller on the bottom, that's just your power. So we just need to get probably power from over there, electronically over here. And yeah, that thing will be working pretty nice. So with that, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to make the rest of these. I guess I could show you some of these real quick. So those, we need 3 of those. Boom. We need the 4Ks. We need more of these basic processors. So we need 4 of those. And then 4K, we need 4 more of those. So might as well go ahead and make 4 more of those. 16K, we need 4 of these. And yeah, we'll smelt all down. And when I get back, I'll have the disk drive ready to be made. All right, so I finished the smelting and we got a few things ready to make our 4K storage part. So for this, you just need redstone, basic processors, and then 3 of these. You can see that's going to make 1 of those. So I need to make 3 more of those to make the 16K. I think I already have. I just need 2 more of these. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do some more crafting. I'm going to smelt up some more of these processors and then come back and we'll make that 16K and get our disk drive finished. All right, we're back again. We got the 3 4K storage parts. You can see all of our 1Ks are done. With that, we're going to make our 16K. Again, just need 3 of those, 4 of these improved processors, a little bit of redstone, some quartz enriched iron. To make sure, this recipe looks weird, but yeah, you got to make sure you have quartz enriched iron and not just regular iron. Go ahead and make that. And then last but not least, we're going to make our 16K storage drive. But for us, we're just going to pop this right into our disk right here. And there we go. Now we have 16K. Absolutely fantastic. And I should have storage in here. It's like there's a controller or disks. Nice. You can see the one popped in there. So now if I'm thinking correctly, we're going to test this out. We're going to throw some stuff inside here and it should hopefully work. I just go ahead and throw stuff. I mean, like everything in my inventory except for that and that. Let's see. So everything else that's in there, I want that too. Should just stay inside of our crafting grid there. Now we should be able to click on this and then we could type something that we wanted to make here. I don't have a lot of items, but let's say, for example, if we took all this. Oh, what did I do there? Oh, that's right. If you click die, you can actually dye these. It's one thing to keep in mind. Don't click it. But we can go ahead and throw a bunch of this stuff in here. Just like that. And then this will be in our storage. So if we want something, we can search it here. Say we want crescent wrench. There it is, and grab it, pull it out. Pretty awesome there. This is really going to make our lives just awesome. So the thing I want to do is I'm going to go and take all the items from all around here and I'll throw them in the system and we'll be back. And yeah, show you how many items I actually have in total. All right, we're back and I got all the items into the system here. Some of the stuff is just things I didn't want to put in there right now. But yeah, everything is in here. It's pretty wild. And looking at the storage, we only took up 8.4K, which is actually a lot. You know, we're about halfway full. Now this isn't even counting what I have down here in the store wall. So all this stuff is like separate. And I'll probably link up the storage later. But yeah, I didn't talk about this earlier too, but I did go ahead and I put an obsidian chest on that. I moved that sieving setup over here and have it pretty much automatically. It looks like we're all out of dust right now. But pretty much, yeah, the dust comes in and it goes out into here. Goes into, oh, it looks like, yeah, there we go. And then automatically gets sieved there and it runs through these pipes. And I upgrade these pipes to, I used the ultimate pipe upgrade, transferring 64 items per tick, which is wild. So they all run down here into, you can input it into any one of these little drawer controller slaves. So the reason why I have slaves over here is because I talked about it before with that other setup. You can only have one of these per system. And to enter items into the system, I want to be able to do it from every side. So that's why I put these slaves on every side. But with that, I think we're going to actually take a trip to the Nether. First thing I want to do is actually get rid of some of the stuff in my inventory I don't need. I don't think I have city in here, so I shouldn't take that. But yeah, everything else hopefully it gets rid of, and then we only have the stuff that I want. Apparently I don't have flint down here, or it's full. Yeah, see, so that's full. So that's something we either need to upgrade or do a drawer upgrade on. Because that's already at 2048, which is the max for this drawer. But for the Nether, which is kind of what I want to do next, I made a spot down here for my portal. So we're going to go ahead and place it down. One more. Then we should be able to take our flint and steel and light it up, and there we go. We are looking good for going to the Nether. Now, I don't know what this is going to be like when we come through there, so actually I may want to grab some blocks, like some cobblestone or something. This thing's really nice too. I changed it to JEI synchronized, which basically means if you search something over here, like, oh no, I think it's the other way around. If I search something here, it'll actually search in JEI as well. We're just going to take a stack of cobble with us just in case we need it. I'm assuming with this anti-gravity wing we don't have to. And then the last thing we're going to do is we're going to make our potions, which looks like the ingredients that I needed actually went in the system downstairs when I clicked on that. So we need 2 nether wart. And we also need 2 gunpowder, or not gunpowder, we need 2 redstone. And over here I set up the cauldron. Sorry, over here on top of this. Pretty simple. Just basically take your nether wart, place it in, that'll start cooking up, and eventually it's going to make the awkward potion. I don't know how long it really takes to do it. I think yeah, it's got the particle effects, so I think it's making it right now. Or it's made it. Maybe once it starts sparkling, it means it's done. Then we can take our magma cream. Oh no, it's not done yet. Okay. So that just basically means it's making it. And it's going to make our awkward potion. I don't know how long it really takes. Let's take a little bit. It doesn't tell you what's in it either. Okay, so now it's done, looks like. And add that in, and now we're getting our fire potion. And the last thing we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll add redstone, and that'll make our final potion. We'll wait for those green lights to stop, little sparkles. All we need to do is get some bottles. Looks like we don't have any, so we'll get some glass. And I'll go ahead and make some here. Oh, it does make the noise. Okay, so I just heard it make the noise for when the potion's done. So then now we'll put that in there, and that should make it to 8 minutes. So this is kind of cool. If you don't have a brewing setup yet, you can use the cauldron, which I think is really nice. You don't have to go into the Nether thinking like, oh man, this is going to be rough. I don't have any potions. This will go ahead and get you started on that. And like I said, just a simple campfire underneath there. If you don't know how to make campfire, I'll show you that real quick. All it is just some planks. I'm sorry, not some planks. Wood, sticks, and then a piece of colored charcoal. And you hear that? It's all done. And we can just go ahead and grab our potion out of there. And we have 3 fire resistance potions. So we're all good to go there. I have some extra stuff here in case I want to make some more. So with that, go ahead and sleep. And get ready to head on to the Nether. But yeah, we'll go ahead and pop in here. And see what kind of a Nether spawn we got. I just want to... Okay, so it looks like it's in the middle of nowhere. I got blaze everywhere. Is that a blaze spawner? I just want to find... Oh, there's one right there. Okay, so we're going to hopefully not get absolutely wrecked by these blaze. Grab that spawner. Looks like there might be another one over here. Yeah, there is. And there's bad guys everywhere. They're just not having it for me. Holy cow. And of course, there's like 1,000 mobs in here because of it's such a small area. Oh, yep, they got me. Okay, so let's go ahead and drink that. So now he won't hurt me. Their fire is meaningless to me now. Eventually we can start exploring this. I don't know if I want to do that now. I'm not really geared up at all for this. The fact that we can just kind of float away from them, it's definitely nice. Yeah, it looks like we have some wither skeletons, which I would like to get some of those bones. Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh, looks like I got a wither skeleton head. Yeah, I sure did. Oh man, these skeletons are wrecking me. Should have made a shield. Yeah, my armor is not very good for this. Oh, it's like he got caught on fire. Oh man. That skeleton did not stand a chance against that other skeleton. I have my magnet on? I think I do. Yeah, sweet. See if we can maybe get a blaze rod too. Oh, we did. Nice. Now, I have lucky on my pickaxe, but I don't know if it actually works like with this kind of stuff. And the damage isn't very high, so I'm not sure if it's actually a good option or not to try killing these guys with that or not. Did I hit a... Oh no, the skeleton hit a... Oh no, did I get withers? Oh no, I have the anti-wither ring. Oh, that's right. Okay, we're gonna probably get out of here because our health is getting kind of low. At least we can run away from these guys, which is pretty nice. There's some pretty cool mass though. Like, I'd like to get that. Should have made us a shield, or not a shield. But, well, I should have made a shield, but I also should have. See, what is up with these guys? Like, how are they that good at shooting you? Oh, there's three net. Oh, there's skeletons. Hey, we can take these guys out. Oh, don't go off the side. Come this way. There we go. Gotta make sure you watch. We have 8 minutes of fire resistance, but I want to make sure you watch that. So we got a few of those bones. Yeah, I think this is pretty good for now. I'm gonna head back to the Nether. I got these spawners, which is really what I came here for. Try to get blaze rods. What is that? Their little like random area. But having this anti-gravity ring, I mean, that is just makes this way easier. Go ahead and come back. All right, that was a very productive trip to Nether. I definitely need to get more food. Still got 5 minutes on that, so that's looking pretty good. We got 5 blaze rods though. That's really nice. We got 2 spawners, wither skeleton head, which you can use to make a bunch of stuff apparently. I think, oh yeah, with that, we can make the last thing we wanted to make. Since we have the blaze rods now. I want to say that was the fire charm. We need the blocks of iron, which we should be able to search for. Iron blocks, we need 3 of those. Oh, dang it. Oh no! Oh, that doesn't really matter. I accidentally made an entire stack. But we can always just throw those back in and we can make them into regular again. So, let's see. We have those. We just need the ones that are actually on our person. Speed charm. Oh yeah, poison charm. I was wondering because there's witches poisoning me, and I was like, why am I getting hurt? But because we had all these charms. That we can make that. Okay, so we gotta manually put these in, I guess. And that's the anti-gravity ring, wither charm. Yeah, and there we go. We have the charm talisman. Now with one of those, it will protect us from everything. Looks like a belt, ring, or necklace. So we'll look for like a ring. There's a ring slot. And there we go. We're protected from all those 4 things. We can get rid of that off of our menu here. Oh, wait, empty sacks of holding. This is how you make those. So it's just leather, clay, and string. So those are pretty easy. That's what I used to grab these spawners here. We have 2 spawners. That's really cool. I'm going to put this charm back. in the charm slot. I actually need it. Actually, we're gonna go ahead and fill it back up. Oh, it feels so slow now. Oh, we can't because we took out. So, do we have power? Okay, so that's probably gonna remove power. Oh, we took one from the Forester, it looks like. So this still has power, which is nice. I'm not using that Forester right now. You can see there our speed charm's going back up, and this is pretty amazing. And done. Yeah, actually, it had a pretty good episode today. We got our refined storage done. We are able to travel to the Nether. We didn't stay too long, but we were able to do a few things in the Nether. We got some blaze rods. But this is what we really wanted here at the ender chests and the ender tanks. So yeah, I'm definitely going to try to farm some of those blaze between episodes. Get enough of that so we can make those tanks. That'll be really nice because instead of having these pipes here, I can have this literally go into a chest. So down here I have just a regular obsidian chest. I can replace that with that ender chest and then get rid of these pipes. So then I can just have the ender chest over here and pipe directly into it from there. And I can have a few of those. I can have one over here, have the same color on it, and then let's say I want to pipe items from the smeltery, for example. I can hopper all these items into another ender hopper and have those go directly in. I can have an an ender tank for lava, and then have that in my base somewhere, and then anywhere I want to have lava come from, just use that same tank and have it like over here instead of these. I could have these going into an ender tank, and then it would be constantly refilled. Yeah, with that, I think I'm going to end the episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will catch you all next time. Thanks a lot for coming by, everyone.